PR Connections Radio presents this episode of the PR Connections podcast is brought to you by Classy Communications PR and Advertising. Classy Communications provides public relations and marketing solutions for businesses, professionals, and nonprofit organizations. They can deliver the true meaning of your business with press releases, social media marketing, web development, email marketing, book publishing, and much more. Wherever your potential clients are, they can help you connect with them. Visit classycommunications.net to learn more about their suite of services that can help your business stand out from the rest. Classy Communications is your solution for business success.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Business of Giving podcast. My name is Guy Dawson. I am your host. I am also the founder and executive director of the Cause Marketing Chamber of Commerce, and we are a 501c6 nonprofit organization that brings businesses and nonprofit organizations together to create synergistic relationships that benefit the community. Through the Business of Giving podcast, we bring these two pillars of the community, the for-profit and nonprofit sectors, together to do just that. And really looking forward to sharing with you an outstanding event that's going to be coming up in the Las Vegas area very soon called Vegas Unstripped. And we have a representative, the founder of Vegas Unstripped, which is Eric Gladstone. He's the founder and executive producer of the event. And we also have Abby Quinn. She is the Chief Community Relations Officer for the nonprofit organization HELP. They're going to be talking about this event that's coming up. Welcome you both to the Business of Giving podcast.
Hey, how are you? Thanks for having us.
So, Eric, tell us about Vegas Unstripped. How did it come to be? You having been the founder of it. I mean, you are the ideal person to give us the overview of this event that's coming.
Sure. Happy to do so. So it's an interesting story. It started out in 2018 when I was founding my marketing and PR company called The Feast of Friends. And I was working with a new restaurant at the time called Esther's Kitchen in the Arts District of Las Vegas. And we both really wanted to connect with the whole Vegas culinary community. And we were kind of just trying to brainstorm about how can we do this? How can we bring people together? Vegas is an interesting community because people who live on one side of town are kind of resistant to checking out things on the other side of town. Even though it's not that big a city, it's kind of strange that way. So we came up with the idea of getting a bunch of chefs together in a festival in one place. And then we initially decided that we wanted to go up against a bigger festival at the time on the Strip because we felt like there were bigger festivals focused on celebrity chefs that were completely ignoring the local chef scene. So that's how the name Unstripped came about, because it literally means unstripped as in off the strip. And so we started in 2018 with 13 chefs. This year, we're going to have 30. We've actually moved from downtown to the Palms Casino. Last year, we made that move, and they've been a great partner. And it just keeps growing out year after year. And now we actually include some local chefs who are on the Strip because we decided we shouldn't punish them just because of their location.
Yeah, imagine that, feeling punished
Right.
as a chef on the Strip. Wow, what a strange twist that must be, right?
Right. Well, I mean, they want to be part of the community, but they're more serving tourists. But so it's challenging for them too. So it's challenging for local chefs in Vegas to get notice beyond all the big celebrity chefs that come here. But I guess it's also hard for local chefs on the Strip for the same reasons, and so we do the event once a year, and we don't do it to make money. We just do it because we want to give back to the community and really help spread the word on the creativity that's happening here. And so once we pay for everything in the event, we find a local charity that we care deeply about, that we feel is making a difference to donate to. And so every year we pick someone different. And last year we learned about HELP and decided that they were very worthy of our connection, of our contribution.
Yeah, seems like a great opportunity, Eric, to give back to your community while you're also promoting chefs. I know that in the time that I've lived in Vegas, the celebrity chef scene has really grown, and we become one of the cities in the world that has some of the premier chefs. It's just been interesting to watch that whole dynamic. And so to see this happen, the combination of bringing these celebrity chefs and talking about the things that they're doing, along with giving back to the community, I would imagine that you've gotten a lot of favorable feedback about this event over the time that you've been running it.
Yeah, everyone, I mean, we get an amazing crowd of people who are truly passionate about food. And we get chefs are honestly very, very eager to participate, not only because they want to be part of the community, but we also do something different where we ask every chef, we tell them they need to do a new dish for the night. We don't want them to just do something on their menu, because we want to give them a challenge to make it fun, but we also want people to feel like this is a once a year event. You miss this night, you really miss something special. So that's an important part of what we do.
And Abby, as far as the Help nonprofit organization, I'm somewhat familiar with the services that you provide, but could you share with our audience the contributions that you're making to the community through your nonprofit?
This year, Help of Southern Nevada, we're celebrating our 55th year in the community. We were founded by the Junior League of Las Vegas, and at first we were just a referral service. So we would literally connect people to the nonprofits for the service that they required. And we kind of realized that we could do the work. And over the years, we have definitely moved in and out of different programming. And really what our vision is right now, and has been for some time, is preventing and ending homelessness, one youth, one individual, and one family at a time. We're breaking down barriers, what led them to that position, and then we're wrapping services around them. Any services we don't provide, we still collaborate and refer to different agencies in town, but we're really trying to break that cycle of homelessness because it absolutely is generational, and we're hoping that we can break those barriers down and help them become self-sufficient.
So with more than 50 years that you've been running your nonprofit organization, I mean, that's admirable that you've been able to keep going and provide what is, of course, valuable service to the community. We know that homelessness is an issue that all over America that has become very prevalent. I think really COVID, from my perspective, not that homelessness hasn't always been something that's been a part of our consciousness, but I really feel that it's risen over the last couple of years. Are you finding as an organization that you are having to help more people now than maybe you had to help in the past?
Absolutely. And COVID did. I mean, many of our clients already were probably one paycheck away from becoming homeless. So their tires blew out on their vehicle, they were sick. I mean, think of what COVID did to all of us, right? You get sick, you can't work. And for many of our clients that live paycheck to paycheck, don't have the ability to save, that decimated them. And so, just for example, our family housing is was kind of built up because of COVID. At the beginning of COVID or before COVID, we probably would see about 40 kids throughout all of our programming, our housing programs. And after, we're seeing close to 400. So that family unit is really who was affected by COVID. And we saw people who they'd work a week and then they pay their weekly rent. And when work was gone, their ability to pay for their home was gone. And so we would see a lot of families in their vehicles, a lot of families coming to us that had never been homeless before. I mean, there were people who, their jobs just stopped and would have never known who Help of Southern Nevada was unless they came to us for that rental assistance we provided. So we have definitely seen an increase. And, it's kind of a scary time right now for nonprofits in general. A lot of us are funded by federal funds. So this opportunity to become a partner with an organization that is putting on this event and will allow us to have unrestricted dollars, it really makes a difference right now.
Yes, and one of the concepts that we talk a lot about at the Chamber of Commerce, Abby, is multiple streams of income when you're a nonprofit organization, because you just never know when you might encounter a situation like we have now with all these freezing of funds for many nonprofit organizations all over America. And with a collaboration like this, it's valuable, right? Being able to get connected with an organization that's been doing this for a while, that wants to give back to their community. I would imagine that you really cherish these types of collaborations like you're going to be having with Vegas Unstripped.
We do. Just this morning, close to 780 people woke up in a Help Us Southern Nevada program bed. We pay those rents. So the programs that a lot of this federal funding and government funding we have, it's very difficult to find private donors for it, because we're paying millions of dollars just in rental assistance, rental dollars for our clients to be in their apartments. So it's not something where we could go to a couple of donors and say, hey, can you stand up this program? We definitely have to have a mix of government and private foundations and partnerships like this in order to really continue the work that we do. And Eric and it was last year, we have a tea event, and I reached out. I was just sending a bunch of private messages to everyone asking for some raffle prizes. And he was one of the only people that got back to me and said, absolutely. And one of the restaurants I asked for, he said, I have about 5 other restaurants I could get you certificates for. And he said, let's talk about this event that I do called Vegas Unstripped. And I thought, oh, he probably won't remember, but I'll try and keep in touch. And he did. He reached out and he said, this is what we said we wanted to do. He understood the work that we did. And listen, it takes many organizations to really create a safety net in this community. Help Us Southern Nevada is just one of those agencies. And there's a lot of different ways that we need to end homelessness, and we're just one of those ways. But we're definitely making a big impact in our community. We have holiday programs, we have workforce services, we weatherize homes. So there's a lot that Help does. And this support, like I was sharing, it's a way for people who don't necessarily know how to give back to their community. Just think, they get to go to this exclusive event where these chefs are making one-time only dishes, but they're also giving back to their community without maybe even knowing it sometimes. And so these kind of events are the perfect way for private organizations and companies to connect and to create something for a nonprofit. So we're very excited, and more people will know about what Help does, and that's huge for us as well.
Yes, just seems like such a fantastic collaboration. And on your side, Eric, with Vegas Unstripped, do you have a criteria that you use to establish the nonprofit that you're going to partner with when you work on these events?
That's a great question, and Abby, thank you for all those notes. Those thoughts. I'm really proud that we're able to do this with you guys. Homelessness is such an important issue in our city right now. I know it is everywhere, but I truly believe that Vegas could be doing a lot more to resolve this issue and focus on this issue. I think it's an issue that affects everyone. So we've always been passionate about homelessness and hunger as a primary thing to address with the event since we started it. So other than that, there are sort of areas that we look to partner with, homelessness and hunger being a big one, things that are affecting the culinary industry directly, and and maybe some other things, but those are really the primary things: homelessness and hunger, and the culinary industry. So we just look for organizations that are not getting as much notice as we think they should be. We look for smaller organizations that maybe don't have amazing fundraising arms, that maybe aren't as quite established as others, even though Help obviously is. But we really felt that not enough people knew about all of the work that they were doing. And then we want to look for a place really where we feel that our money is going to go a long way, that it's really going to make a difference. For example, we partnered with Obido Collective in North Las Vegas last year. They're just a very small organization trying to help with the food desert up there. And the little that we were able to give them, I think it was around $8,000. They said made a massive difference. We partnered in the past with Caridad, which is another organization fighting homelessness in downtown Las Vegas, and they told us that our even smaller contribution kept a program going. So that's really gratifying. We just we don't have some huge endowment. We just have a little bit of money, and so we want to make sure that it's making a difference.
And it's local. So we're a local nonprofit.
Very much so.
And this is a local event celebrating local chefs and local people coming. And there's something to be said for those organizations that he mentioned also, is that we're literally, the money that comes through is going to help maybe one of the chefs or the line cooks or the dishwashers or whoever is in one of these restaurants. They might just be a paycheck away from needing assistance too. And so it's just kind of taking care of your community in the best way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, when people use the phrase Vegas strong, I think of things like this,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So from the nonprofit perspective, Abby, obviously there's a financial gain that you're potentially going to receive as a result of this collaboration. But in terms of awareness, I know that Eric had mentioned that a lot of times they reach out to nonprofits that don't necessarily have the high profiles, but are doing valuable services for the community. When you get involved in these types of collaborations, do you noticeably see a raising of the awareness of your organization in a positive way?
Sometimes it's not immediate, right? Sometimes people have, what it does is it builds trust. So someone might say, I trust Eric, I trust his circle of influence. I love this event. I love what they're doing. And they're saying that the money is going to help us Southern Nevada. I think I really want to look into what they do and hear about who they serve. Sometimes people know us from like our toy drive or know us from these I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that, but some of these events, and like Eric mentioned, and I'm grateful he did, is that there's things that we do all year round, and we very much are a part of this community. And so we may not see it immediately. There may be some people that automatically reach out and they want to volunteer and donate, but we're in for the long game. Like, we've been around 55 years. So if it takes someone a year to come around and say, I really have been following what you're doing and we want to give back, or my company wants to provide food for your homeless youth center. We house 110 youth in our homeless youth center that's on our campus. We're looking to really make meaningful relationships, and so that people will advocate for us. And that's what's really important, is that if there's someone who's saying, oh, I know someone who's homeless and they need help, that they think of Help Us Southern Nevada and give us that opportunity to give back to those clients. And so we'll take whatever support. And for $2.50, I can buy someone a bus pass, a discounted bus pass, so they can get to work or they can get to a doctor's appointment. $87 a night, you can house one of our youth at our homeless youth center. So we, like Eric was saying, this is definitely life changing for our clients.
And Eric, what can a person expect to experience by attending Vegas Unstripped on April 27th?
Well, it's really a fun party, but you're also going to see and hear a lot of exciting things, and you're going to meet a lot of really great people, honestly. So it's taking place on the pool deck. It starts at 6 p.m. on Sunday the 27th. As I said, there are 30 chefs, a little more than 30 chefs, and some are collaborations. They're each doing at least one original dish. Some are doing more. It's going to be a little bit of everything. It's definitely an omnivore event, meaning that, if you have some limitations with what you want to eat or what you can eat, you may not find an awful lot that's just for you. That's just because we don't want to limit the chefs. We want them to make what they want to make. That's just kind of how it's oriented. But you're going to have that. You have, as much of anything you want to try. I don't even think it's possible to try all 30 chefs, quite frankly, but I welcome everyone to try. There's also going to be cocktails from some of the city's best bartenders. We're going to have wine and beer and non-alcoholic options as well. And it's all included in the one price, which is $150 plus the lowest ticketing fee we could find. And parking's free at Palms. And actually, as an additional thing, once you buy a ticket, you will receive a discount code if you want to get a room for the night at Palms. It's deeply discounted for ticket buyers. So all of that, we try to think of all of that, and we really think it's a great offering. And even knowing after all that your money's going to go to a good place,
Good food, good drink, and some good times. It sounds like a party to me. How can anyone out there that wants to register for this event, Eric, do so?
All you need to do is go to vegasunstripped.com. That is one word, vegasunstripped.com, vegasunstripped.com, and you'll see the ticket link right there. It's a very, very simple process. We keep it simple, and you'll get an electronic confirmation, and you'll get right in. That's it.
And Abby, how can people reach out to you to learn more about the services that help of the help organization provides?
Well, definitely if you're at the event, and we encourage you to learn about us that way, we'll have a table there. So stop by. We'll have some volunteers there that can share any information you want. But our website is help.sonb.org, and that just explains all the programs we have. They can reach out to me, come on a tour. There's a lot of different ways to learn more about help.
Yeah, I mean, this is really the essence of, again, what the Business of Giving podcast is all about. You've got the celebrity chefs and who are becoming huge influencers in society. And of course, they make these incredible dishes. They have a lot of influence. And so and then of course, you've got a worthy nonprofit organization that's doing a lot for the community. I encourage everyone to support an event like this because it's these types of collaborations that this is our community, right? The two of you live here. I live here. We've all got a stake in this. And so by supporting events such as Vegas Unstripped, I think you will be doing things that that makes Las Vegas a better place. And I wish the two of you nothing but success with your upcoming event on April the 27th.
I appreciate that. Thank you. And thank you for the time.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Never enough time for a great cause, right? That's what we're all about. And we appreciate all of you for tuning into the Business of Giving podcast. If you want to learn more about what we do at the Cause Marketing Chamber of Commerce, please visit our website, causemarketingchamber.com. And again, get out there on April the 27th and support Vegas Unstripped, which will also support Help of Southern Nevada. Have a fantastic day.
Thank you.
PR Connections Radio thanks you for watching this podcast. Check out more episodes of this show and our others at prconnectionsradio.com.